everyone, my name is Matt, and I'm the kids pastor here at Crossroads.
And I'm Phil, the youth pastor at Crossroads Christian Church, and I am so excited for what's about to happen.
Phil, I am so glad you have joined the Crossroads team, and you have joined us in FamilyTime Easter Jam. But I'm sad that we can't be together because of this whole social distancing stuff, and I'm here in my living room. I don't even know where you are, but I look forward to working with you face to face. But for now, this whole video thing will have to do.
Matt, it does stink. I'm really sad that we can't work alongside each other, but I am so excited for when that gets to happen. For now, we get to do awesome stuff like this.
Welcome everybody to FamilyTime Easter Jam at Home Edition. Now, before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. FamilyTime Easter Jam is for the whole family. Yes, that means everybody.
Teenagers, college students, can I get a witness? Middle schoolers, that means you too.
If you're a younger kid, we are about to have some serious fun. And Phil doesn't know anything about that yet, but I'm gonna need you, elementary kids, preschool kids, I need you to lead the way because you've been part of our family time events before. So, preschoolers, elementary students, get ready to be the boss.
Adults and everyone else, buckle up because this is gonna be an Easter experience like never before. No matter who you are or where you are, Easter Jam is for you.
The only way to not have fun, Phil, is to not participate. So, people in the crowd, you too. Look around the room. Is anybody missing? Is there somebody upstairs or somebody on the iPhone? Well, pause the video right now. Go get them. Ready? Pause the video. Go get them right now.
We will start in 3,
2,
1,
go!
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, listen up. There are only two kinds of people in this world. Those of us who like these.
And then there's people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something that looks so stinking cute and is grainy all at the same time?
How do you guys feel? Give me a thumbs up if you like to eat these things.
And a thumbs down if you don't. There's a lot of different opinions about bunny rabbits or the chicks. But no matter how you feel about eating these peeps, you're going to have fun in this first game.
Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. We're going to explain how it works and then we're going to tell you when to start. First, you're going to divide the room into 2 teams. Next, you're going to get 2 Peeps and you're going to assign them to a team. If you don't have Peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows will work just as well.
Team A gets Peep A and Team B gets Peep B. Or you can do A and B. It doesn't really matter. You can even come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. And you can also come up with a marker or a Sharpie and decorate your peeps to give them some personality. Draw a mustache or facial hair on your peep to be like Phil and myself. Give them some mean eyebrows or a hat or a fancy outfit. Now, you get the idea. you be creative.
Next, you need to... This is so hard, Matt. I don't know why this is so hard for me. Next, you need to prepare your peeps for battle. So you're going to take 2 peeps and you're going to take a toothpick. Think of it as like a sword or a lightsaber or a joust. And you're going to stick it in each of the peeps. Make sure they're facing one another. All right. I think those guys look ready for battle.
Place the 2 combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing necessary in this game. You want the peeps to be close together and almost touching one another. And then finally, it's time for the big event. Gather around and put your plate in the microwave, setting the timer for 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, you don't want to let it run that long.
Then press start. Watch at a safe distance and watch until one of the toothpick sabers drops and hits the other one. The first one to hit the other peep wins.
As soon as this happens, stop the microwave. Trust me on this one. Just push stop.
All right, it's time to do this thing. And hey, don't forget to snap some pics along the way, especially of the photo finish. We want to see that. All right, now it's time to press pause and go joust. How'd it go? Which team won? You know, I want to see pictures, and so you can post those pictures using the hashtag capital F, capital T, Easter Jam 2020.
Now, like I said before, I don't really like Peeps, but I have to admit, Phil, I have to admit, people, that was a lot more fun watching those things than I thought it was going to be. And this happened. I don't even, like, it's so beautiful, I don't even want to touch it. You see, the Peep, can you smell what the Peep is cooking? Defeated the Peep Taker in my main event. Phil, who won your battle?
Matt, I had Sir Meltsalot, and I had the Peepster, and Sir Meltsalot totally won.
Now, I'm going to put this down. Are you ready for another game to keep this family time Easter jam going? You're going to need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter as long as they match or they have a match. So, Case and Heikela, you might have some problems finding enough socks in your house.
So if you need to go grab those things, we'll give you a chance to do that. Push pause, I'm going to go wash my hands, and we'll be right back to explain the rest.
Hey Phil, you got your basket of socks? 'Cause I got mine.
Dude, I've got my socks. I obviously have a lot less socks than you because I'm not even married or I don't have kids, and you have like 20.
Great. Now, you're going to choose 2 people to play. You also need 2 people to be scorekeepers if you have any extras.
To get started, dump all your socks on one side of the room. Don't worry, they're gonna make it up to the other side of the room eventually. You're gonna put your basket on the other side of the room. Then, when we say go, you're gonna dig through the basket, find the matching pairs, roll them up into a sock ball or an Easter egg, and you're gonna try to make it into the basket.
The player with the most socks in the basket, at the end of the timer, you win. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you'll just have to keep that number on your own.
That means everyone's on the honor system, right?
Now, Phil might not know this yet because he's not a parent, but we as parents, we do everything we can to win. Am I right or am I right? So parents, we're watching you to make sure you don't cheat.
I have a countdown timer up next for you to use while you play the game, or you can use your own timer. So right now, press pause and get everything and everyone in line, and I'll wait right here to press the start button for the timer for you. The cool thing about this game, you can pause it and play, and you can rewind and play as many times as you want.
So go. Throw some Easter eggs in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, families, come on back. Yo, that was wild. So who won? You know what your prize is? That's right, you got it. Socks.
Did you take some pictures you can post with the hashtag FTEasterJam2020? We want to see them.
Adults, make sure that whoever won gets a special treat at some point today. And I hope you guys are having fun right now. Right now we're celebrating because tomorrow is Easter. Now, if you don't know the whole Easter story, that's okay. We're going to explain the Easter story and maybe understand a little bit more of why Easter is a bit more of a happy day than any ordinary day.
Hold your horses, Phil. Before we get to that, let's do one more thing. I know you have a lot of family and friends, you people in your living rooms right now, who would love to hear from you. So, to make that happen, I have a few options. We're going to pause the video and you're going to pick one or all of the options that are on the screen to wish your friends and your family a happy Easter.
So I just got like 9 texts from you guys. My peeps get it, saying Happy Easter. You guys are awesome. This is also a tablet. I didn't get texts from you guys.
Now, even though we're celebrating a little different than we have in the past, you're at my house, I'm at my house, you're at your house, and we can't go anywhere, and that's okay. Easter is still happy. That's not because of the Peep Wars, or the Easter baskets, socks, or chocolate bunnies. Ooh, all those things are pretty awesome. I'm still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago on the very first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
I hear that story and teach that story every Easter, and it always amazes me. God sent Jesus to my world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world.
The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof for me that I can face anything bad that happens to me.
Hey Phil, I know we haven't been around each other much, but I like to think of it this way. I can because Jesus is alive.
I can keep loving because Jesus is alive.
I can be brave because Jesus is alive.
I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea for you. As a family, grab a piece of paper and a pen and continue the list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. It's as simple as following this formula. I can blank, fill in the blank, because Jesus is alive.
Well, obviously, Phil got it. Now it's time for you to get it. So pause the video while you as a family discuss. And when you're finished, meet us right back here.
I love conversations like these because when I remember what God has done in the past, it helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope the same is true for you.
We hope you spend the rest of the Easter weekend making happy Easter memories with your family. Don't forget, you can come by the church today to pick up some donuts and other surprises to help make Easter morning a great one.
We've got one last challenge for you guys as a family, and this is going to take the technology genius in your family. So if that's your 8th grader or your 1st grader, go ahead and go round him or her up, and we can give you more instructions.
As soon as this video is over, we want you to go outside, take a family Easter photo, You can be dressed up, or you can have your PJs on. It can be formal or normal, or using a filter that turns your faces into silly little bunny rabbits. No matter what you do, take a family photo and make it awesome.
Then share it on social media and use the same hashtag that we used earlier, hashtag capital F, capital T, Easter Jam 2020, so that we can see it and see your Easter family photos.
Maybe now, more than ever, this is a time to remember and celebrate God's faithfulness and the hope that He gives us in Jesus.
After all, that is what makes Easter so happy.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.